depression, anxiety, stresses can affect you at any part of your life. It's not just a young person's thing, it's not an old person's thing, it's a people thing. It's about our humanity.
Healthy Fit Family, this is your Health Connect. I am Miss Champagne, you already know, and I'm connecting you with health and wellness services available to you. It's a surprise, you know, it's the month of July. I had no idea it is actually Minority Mental Health Month. So we have the founder here with Mind, Body, Faith with Sherrell Moore Tucker. Yes, and she's gonna be talking to you today about what's going on with the month of July because we really need it for our community and her company. So without further ado, please explain to us what's going on with July's celebration.
Yeah, so today I'm honored to be here representing BGH, Black Girl Health. Did a partnership with them today with Lululemon here in Georgetown, and we are raising awareness as it relates to minority mental health awareness. July is Minority Mental Health Awareness, and because we had this observation, it really raises awareness around groups of minorities that don't have resources and those things that should be available to them as it relates to mental health.
I suffered trauma in my life, and so did my son. And when it came time for us to sit down and talk about it and get some help, it became an issue because you have to be culturally competent in order for me to feel safe sharing my deepest secrets and what my fears and you know, being vulnerable. So when it came time to look for a therapist that looked like me, there were none.
I really just couldn't accomplish anything that I wanted to do. I was trying desperately to either go to school or go to work, and I couldn't.
I was in a desperate crisis situation.
Her mental illness was so obvious, but at the same time, her desperation and sadness was so obvious as well.
You know, when I got sober 23 years ago, and I went into these rooms and asked for help, and they said, ask that old dude over there for some help. I said, I gotta ask for help. They said, yeah, you have to ask somebody for help. They said, ask that old dude over there. And when I asked the old dude, I didn't know that the old dude was a psychiatrist.
And I think in the African American community, it's been such a taboo. We really don't take care of our mental. We don't, and we should. Because then I would hang out with my white friends, and they would be like, I'd be like, girl, let's do lunch at 11. Oh no, I have my standing appointment with my therapist. And I was like, I want a standing appointment with a therapist. I need one.
Oh, wow. That's amazing because that's something that we do not do in our community. But other than that, I was here today for a yoga experience, and I was not prepared. I really need to practice. So I just want you to go ahead, walk through your journey. Tell us how you even came, you know, to founding your company and the services you offer.
So I'm a military vet, and at the time where I was in the military, I actually received the diagnosis of osteoarthritis. So it's lower back pain that I was dealing with, and I tried a lot of conventional medicine, physical therapy, and my doctor actually recommended that I try yoga. I had never heard of it before. I've always been active as a kid. I was in dance, I was a cheerleader, I ran track. So those were the modalities that I was used to. I was not used to doing something that was so slow and doing mindful movement. But I found that it was something that really over time helped with my arthritis and my pain, and it actually gave me an opportunity to focus on not just my physical well-being, but my mental well-being as well. And I loved it, and then I decided to actually start teaching yoga, and that's when Mind, Body, Faith was birthed.
Oh, that's amazing. She doesn't look like she spent any time in the military, and she definitely doesn't look like she had arthritis or any type of pain whatsoever. Now, you were also saying earlier, I have to say, because I used to teach, my high school students love you, no more, saved out of the classroom. But you were saying, you know, yoga is not just for maybe some moms who just want to relax, but you were saying all these other people that could benefit.
Yeah, because this is the thing, when it comes to mental health, it can affect you at any time in your life. It's not, you know, just something that certain people, you know, struggle with. Mental health can for young people that are stressed out in school, for young people that have student loans that they're dealing with, that can be very stressful in your 20s, 30s, sometimes 40s. And then for those baby boomers, I'm in part of that Generation X generation where I'm 44, you feel sometimes like your body's kind of breaking down and dealing with health challenges. And then you have seniors that have a fear of falling. They experience loss. Many people that they spend a lifetime with are, pass away. So depression, anxiety, stresses can affect you at any part of your life. It's not just a young person's thing. It's not an old person's thing. It's a people thing. It's about our humanity.
I'm telling you, because I shared with her, I had a hard time quieting my mind while I'm sitting there. I'm like,
but it takes practice.
Yes.
It takes practice.
So this is something you should really look into if you're looking for healing. Especially, Sherrell discusses a more holistic approach, especially with this and her company. So if you're looking forward to that, are there any other services that you wanted to speak on?
Yeah. Mind, Body, Faith is really about bridging the gap between science and faith. Well, it's more holistic tools for health and healing. And so my faith, undergirds everything that I do. So, faith allowed me to discover these tools and techniques to help me live a more meaningful life, not just surface based, based on what I look like, what dress size, but how do I feel? And so it's taken me on a journey, and Mind, Body, Faith is my expression of that journey and sharing it with others.
Oh, wow. So you really have to look that up, especially if you're here, in this area. She also is a speaker and an author. She's very humble right now, but I'm going to put her out there. She's amazing. So tell us about this book that you have.
Yeah, so I wrote a book back in 2016 called Transparent Faith, and it's really about the lessons that I learned with just being reconnected with my faith and what it meant to me as being an adult. I grew up in the church, was raised in the church, but I think that when you become an adult, you have an opportunity to choose how you want to live. And so I had the opportunity during this health challenge to reconnect with my faith in a new way, in a way that was affirming for me and really was about more of a relationship versus, a routine of just going to church. So that's my focus. My personal relationship and connection with my Creator is something that I'm passionate about, and that's what it's all about for me. That has been pivotal in my healing process.
Yes.
So that's what the book is about.
Oh, that's something. So how is the healing process?
The healing process, yeah, it's a journey. I mean, some days I have good days, some days not so good days, but in the end, I know that I am not one-dimensional. I'm mind, body, spirit. So as something, is ailing in my body, I also check, what is my thought process? What am I telling myself? What am I eating? So it's a whole integrative process versus how I used to think about things before, just going and running and working out, and that was going to solve everything. It's great to do those things, but you have to look at yourself in totality. So I do private sessions for beginners. I also teach community classes, and I do lots of work with organizations and nonprofits. I've been doing a lot with teen girls, with helping them deal with stress and just being in school and all that comes along with that. I also do a lot with churches, women's retreats, church retreats, and staff retreats. So yeah, I'm everywhere.
Yes. And especially with the veterans, because
Yes.
DC, you were saying something about, because I know a lot of my circle are federal workers,
Yes.
and they have organizations that work with those who might have experienced some abuse.
Yeah, absolutely. So myself and my business partner, Tanya Barnett, we have created a nonprofit called the Vet Space, which seeks to provide health and healing for our nation's heroes, particularly those living with PTSD and MST, which is military sexual trauma. So we're based out of Maryland. We would love for veterans and those that are still active duty to connect with us. We provide education and wellness programs, one being yoga, also iris meditation, and so many other modalities to help veterans, people that served. And we want to make sure that those that serve don't just become invisible when they come back out into the civilian world. Your service matter and you matter.
Oh, wow. See, Healthy Fit Family, I'm connecting you. Isn't she amazing? I just had to let you know that this was just an awesome opportunity that I had today with doing this fitness, yoga, and relaxing. Sherrell, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything else to them?
Yeah, they can definitely find out more about me by going to two of my websites. I do a lot of corporate things with businesses, so I speak about stress management, leadership training. They can go to SherrellMooreTucker.com, and for more faith-based events and community opportunities, I do very similar types of yoga and meditation and other modalities. You can go to mindbodyfaith.org, mindbodyfaith.org.
Thank you.
And thevetspace.com.
Oh, and we'll have all of that. Okay, like and share, especially those of you who you know these services will be amazing. Have a great day, guys. See you next Sunday. Oh, man, that's good. Thank you.
You are right.
Yeah.